Hi there, it's Darlene. I hope you're doing well. I'm sorry it's been a bit, but oh my goodness, this came across my comment section just a couple days ago and I had to get on it. This lady has proof of how she was screwed around by the Infinity System customer support, Jono Armstrong's customer support, around and around. And I don't know if Jono had any idea about this or not, but I mean, this woman even lost her car over this. She spent thousands of dollars on this program and the prop firms and everything else. And so you're going to get to hear her story and see her proof too of what happened. Just crazy. So let me set the stage for those of you who don't know what the Infinity System is and are going, what are you talking about? The Infinity System was Jono Armstrong's brainchild. Anyways, it's a passive trading income for everyday people. Infinity, the hands-free wealth freedom system. So basically, it's a bot that's going to do Forex trading for you. This is a very common thing out there. But he says it's, his secret weapon, or it's his secret thing that he found out. It's like, it's no secret. I was using it way before this. I do Forex trading as well, and I use bots, Anyways, done for you system. Our team handles everything for you. No learning curve or maintenance required, and you always have control of your account. And this is what they're trying to get, is people who don't know anything about Forex, because it's being sold as for non-traders, okay? So everything about this is done for you, hands-free. You don't need to know anything about Forex. Goes on, zero capital risk. Clients get access to trading funds from top proprietary firms. This lets us generate returns for clients without any capital investment. Yeah, there is investment. Not only do you have to buy this, not only did they have to buy this course, which was $2,000 for if you got the 200K, and I think it was $1,500 if you got the because it was each $500 off if you got the 100K. Don't remember. It could have been $2,502, but I think she said she paid $2. So yeah, she got a 200K. But then after that, you have to pay for the prop firm challenges at like $1,000 a pop. I'm not joking about these prices. And each time you fail one of those challenges, your money's gone. The 1,000 is gone. You have to pay again. Like, oh my God. And then it promises 2 times a month payout. Twice monthly payouts. Infinity focuses on trade positions with fast exit points. This translates to you being able to withdraw earnings twice monthly like clockwork. Like BS. The reality of it is nobody made money from Infinity that I have heard of. And I'm sure somebody would have jumped into my comment section if they had to prove me wrong. Seriously. And here's how they promised it would work. The prop firms will give proven traders funded accounts of 100 to 200K for them to keep 90% of the profits. We're not pro traders, nor do we have to be because of the loophole we're using. We pay Lorenzo and his team, who don't exist, to pass the evaluation tests to prove your account is worthy to be funded. No, they were just going to unleash the bot on it. There was never any traders there. Once the tests are passed and you have access to the 100K/200K, Rich deploys the bots. Well, there is no Rich, so it would have been someone on his team, and which takes like no time at all. 5, the bots continue to trade your funded accounts and make you safe profits every month. The bots only trade Tuesday to Friday and only during Chinese market hours for total safety. There's nothing safe about Forex. That's like saying, hey, I've got this crypto idea for you. You will have, it's totally safe. Hey, call me. Get my Telegram number. Yeah, right. No. Ugh. Oh, my Telegram number is in my description, and that one is totally safe in how you contact me. But I don't have any crypto schemes, please. 7, payouts to your bank account, PayPal, or crypto wallet every 2 weeks. Yeah. I don't think anybody saw one payout. I don't think they even passed a challenge. Yeah. So it didn't go well. And again, it was always touted to be 100% done for you, 0 effort, risk-free, and all these other promises. So, in comes someone who doesn't know anything about Forex, just as all of his advertising promised you didn't have to. And she comes in and buys this. By the way, I've got a whole timeline here that's kind of important. This program started, he started peddling it in December of 2022 and then into January of 2023. This person didn't buy it right off because he was with a prop firm by the name of Real Funded Trading, and they went under. And so they were only being used for the first little while, and she didn't have them. She was assigned a prop firm. So that's the difference right there. So she couldn't have come in till like February, March, April. But don't forget, Jono had by that time of the year, had moved on to Seven Figure Accelerator with Philip Johansson. And he was still peddling the Infinity System through the Seven Figure Accelerator course, the Instagram stuff. Okay, he was doing that on his Instagram channel for a while. So I don't know when she came in, but it was later in the program, and this actually matters for later on. Keep that in mind. And who else matters here? Sid. Does anybody remember Sid? Oh yeah, Siddhartha Red from Bengaluru, India. He was doing in the Infinity System, you may or may not have come across him. If you're in that system, he was doing customer support. Okay. He wasn't the only one, though. They had a bunch. They had several. I don't know how many they actually had, but I've heard of, I think like 3 or 4. I could be wrong, but hey, there you go. And then he was their poster boy for the next year for the new aurorabot. That was the next year's answer since Infinity didn't work, the new one.
But after seeing the difference that it's made for my family and my close friends who aren't as financially fortunate as me, I really want this going to the people who really need it. Just like Sid here, who's from India, where the average monthly salary is just $330 a month. He made $4,128 in his first month.
Hey guys, this is Sid from India, and I would really thank for the aurorabot, which has given me 4128 as my first payout within 21 days. I would really thank for the team for giving this opportunity, and the best part is I passed my phase 1 within 5 days and the phase 2 within 2 days, and within just 21 days I got my first payout, which is 4128. You can see this just below or above this, and this is pretty much exciting journey. I would really like to explore this more often in the coming months. Thank you very much.
Now, let's get this clear. This guy, Sid, does not know how to trade. Okay? He knows nothing about Forex trading. He passes himself off like he does, but he does not. I know this from a completely other source that there's no way that this lady could ever know. So no. And the fact that he was able to show proof that he was funded from that one prop firm was very interesting. And I think I know how he did it. And I can't say how he did it. But did you ever see proof that he ever did it again? Like, what about the next month and the month after that? There's a reason. But yeah, and I always said during their weekly Zoom calls when this guy was on that he didn't sound like he knew anything about Forex, but I was trying to give him the benefit of the doubt. He doesn't. And I'll show you this later where he proves he doesn't. And it's so disappointing. Anyways, let's hear how Harmony describes it, okay? What she went through. But what I want you to keep in mind is that she knows nothing about what all I just explained to you about Forex and stuff, or she wouldn't have at that time anyways. She was completely relying upon the information she was getting from the Infinity customer support the whole time and what they were telling her. And guess who is behind a lot of the Infinity customer support? Running roughshod. Yeah. So let's listen to what she has to say.
Hey, so the $8,000 was from purchasing the initial curriculum, Then you have to purchase a VPS, which is for me it was $33 a month. And then after that, you have to purchase your prop firm, and depending on what level you want to go for. I went for a 200K account initially with a prop firm called My Forex Funds, and then after that, you buy your bot set files because you have the option to pass the test yourself or use the bot. That's how it was presented to me. So I chose to use the bot. So that was like $900. And then you have to purchase like a challenge pass for another $900. And there's more.
Did you hear that? The Jono was actually charging her for the set files. Those were included, an extra $900, and then another additional $900 to pass the challenge for her. So let's count this up. $2,000 to buy the course, $900 for the set files, another $900 for the challenge pass. That's $3,800 so far. And then, as well, as time goes by, $33 a month, every month as it goes along. Jeepers.
So after you purchase the challenge pass, then Infinity's team will pass the challenge for you. In my situation, my mom passed away, so I let go of studying the curriculum and moving forward with the challenge pass, because in the training video with Jono, he said you can take your time, there's no pressure. Well, I was gone for like 9 months, thinking that to be a true statement. It even says it in the video curriculum, which I have the entire $2,000 curriculum all on my laptop. I don't know how I could share that with you, but I'd love to, because it's like the whole curriculum, but unless you have that too. But I have like him promising that. And anyways, when I returned back after grieving for like 9 months from the death of my mom, I find out that my mom has gone bankrupt. And so when I figured that out, I asked the Infinity customer service team over email what to do. And they told me to go to my bank to get a refund. And they were very insensitive about my mom dying. They said, you should have been keeping up with the news. I'm just like, okay, well, talk about having no heart. And anyways, I was able to get my money back from that prop firm going bankrupt. Thankfully, I've been with my bank for like 15 or more years, probably 19 years actually. But anyways, I got that back. And then Infinity emails me, the customer service team, and that's when they said go with Next Step Funded. So I got a 200K account with them and then started the process because they had the challenge pass and the bots and all that good stuff. So after I had the Next Step Funded account, I waited because it's 60 days. And in the first 30 days, they passed phase 1. And in phase 2, another 30 days. So it was a total of 60 days. And the account went live and was funded. Everything was fine. And I saw in Jono's videos, he said you have to set up deal direct deposit in order to like withdraw the money. So I kept asking Infinity customer service, how do I withdraw the money and how much do I pay you and your team? Like, how does this work? No one could answer me. No one could answer me. They said, we don't use deal direct deposit. I'm like, well, that's what he said in the video. So what do I use? How do I withdraw my money? Like, how do I pay you guys? Like, you guys have a certain fee. Like, what do I do? No one could answer me. 2 or 3 weeks go by, and then I get an email from Next Step Funded that said someone tried to withdraw money from your Next Step Funded account. And then I was shut down with Next Step Funded. They wouldn't talk to me. They wouldn't help me. They said, you violated our terms and agreements. So then I contacted Infinity customer service, and they said, oh, just email them and tell them you were out of the country and traveling. And that should get them to restore your account. So that was like the first red flag for me, because I don't want to lie about anything. That is not something I'm okay with. And it was just to put me in a really uncomfortable position. And I wasn't able to get my money back from the bank because I'd already done this before with my Forex funds getting a refund. And now my bank won't refund me for Next Step Funded. So I didn't know what to do. And I was just led on for months, almost a year, on what the next step would be. And I finally reached out to JonasLindgren. I think that's how you say his name. And Jonas answered me through email. He doesn't respond to the email I used to contact him before Infinity shut down. But at the time, he answered me right away. All my questions got me to the space of like where I should move forward and continue with another prop firm. So I have those emails as well, since customer service was like basically non-responsive. And then I finally got the link towards Sid to go on Skype because I didn't know what to do about the whole Next Step Funded thing, and I was pretty hurt about it, and not going through a good situation personally with my finances. So everything was looking grim. And then Sid was the one who's led me on for like over a year or more with this E8 Markets, which was the third prop firm I purchased, and I got a smaller account with them. And yeah, basically with this situation, it was completely different from Next Step Funded. Basically, Sid told me, we're not going to pass your challenge in 60 days. We're going to pass it in our spare time for free. And I thought that was pretty messed up. He was asking me for $1,600 because Joe Biden banned robots on the market. And I just thought that was really strange. And then they took forever and it timed out. I logged into my E8 Markets account. They didn't pass it within the time frame. So it was like, what was the point in me buying a prop firm? I got a smaller account, a 100K account for like $500. But again, like they didn't even make the attempts. So it just shows me that Sid and whoever he was working with, these people don't know what they're doing at all. Like they're completely just messing around. So Sid didn't even get any money from me. It was very strange. But anyways, I have invoices and receipts for everything. So yeah, I can get those to you. And if you want to use any of these voice clips, you can. I don't care. You already know my feelings. I've already sent you all that. So yeah, but anything you need, I'm happy to help with. Yeah, thanks so much.
So did you get that? I mean, she went through the process, like the bot or whatever passed in Next Step Funded. And she had a funded account and she was ready to get a payout. And yeah, in the course it tells you that you have to sign up with Deal. And Deal is just a payment platform. And that is what you have to do. But now suddenly she's getting messages from Infinity support saying, no, we don't deal with Deal. And why does she think she has to pay anything more to Infinity support? Like, what the heck is that? That money is going to her and her alone through Deal. So why is Infinity support giving her this shitty ass advice? Unless, of course, there's only one person still left on Infinity support. Because look at the date here. April 24th, 2024. Oh my God. They started Aurora in December of 2023, the aurorabot, and then it collapsed in February of 2024 because that's when MetaQuotes pulled MT4 platform, the MT4 platform from the US traders due to increased scrutiny from US regulators. So by the end of February, Jono Armstrong and his programs were effectively shut down. Okay. Everybody lost money. And it wasn't just his bot's fault this time. Because in my humble opinion, the Aurora bot had a lot going for it, but they were not given training on it because they weren't supposed to be given training on it because they were given the same bullshit promises as with the Infinity bot. Totally hands off. You don't have to do anything. We'll just give you the set files. That didn't work, and they weren't given decent training. And I mean, I really think that had they been, because that was a very different bot and it had all kinds of really cool settings. I was drooling. I really wanted to learn it, but que sera. So anyways, as I say, that was all wrapped up by the end of February. They'd pretty much pulled the plug on that thing because they couldn't do it. And yet here it is, April 24th, 2024, and she's getting messages from Infinity support. Infinity support? That's like everybody's gone from Infinity support. And it's look at look at how it says it here though. Please contact Sid here on Skype. Okay. Please contact Sid, no capital S, here on Skype, no capital S, space, colon. Now, yes, lots of people are crappy typers, but it's very terse. There's no fluff around it. It's very terse, almost like someone for whom English is a second language. Like, I'm really wondering who is even bothering to keep track of what's happening on that Infinity account line. I hope, Jono, that you're listening to this and will look into this too, because you should have seen this happening. Who the hell was supervising? You hire a thief, you gotta figure that he's gonna screw around behind your back as well.
You gotta know that a guy who helps you steal, even if you take care of him real well, I mean, he's gonna steal a little bit extra for himself. Makes sense, don't it? Right?
And then the entire conversation switches over to Skype. And she's got a lot of back and forth here. Like, no kidding. She goes for nearly another year back and forth with Sid. He takes her up and down and around the bend, trying to screw her around even more. But I just recorded it, and oh my God, it took me 45 minutes. Now, once I edit it down, it'll be less, but man, I can barely talk. I'm going to have to do a part 2, and I'll be dropping the part 2 just as soon as I can, because all it's going to take is a bit of editing. So, sorry, guys. Talk to you soon. I'm sorry for not wrapping this up, but stay tuned for part 2. Darlene out.